High school sports are a serious business, and tonight a look at a serious problem: illegal recruiting. We dig into the issue tonight.
It's been 1 week since the Washington legislative session started, and superintendents across the region are already expressing concerns about the public education budget.
The cool weather is here to stay, and that means a chance of snow for parts of the inland Northwest tomorrow night.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
And I'm Whitney Ward. Thank you for being here.
If you have a child in public schools, Greater Spokane Incorporated held their inaugural State of Education meeting today.
Reporter Regan Gallo is diving into some of the challenges that our local school districts are facing, as well as changes that could be coming to classrooms. Regan?
Yeah, well, we heard from a panel of 5 superintendents, and that included Medical Lake, Riverside, Central Valley, Spokane, and Deer Park.
A big concern for the panel was the state's public school budget. Superintendent Ken Russell from Riverside says it's been on the decline.
So my worry, like others, is that we're not going to be able to maintain the expenditures that we need to run a solid K-12 educational system, mainly going to staff.
This was confirmed on January 16th after State Superintendent Chris Reiхдale gave his public address. He emphasized the budget has slipped down to 42% of the state's operating budget when it used to be closer to 52% in 2019. Spokane Superintendent also noted the challenges students have been facing.
We have more kids coming to us with more challenges that are less ready than ever, with more mental health issues, with more mobility, as they face economic challenges, food insecurity, employment insecurity, housing insecurity.
But to fight these challenges, Central Valley District says they are offering college courses on high school campuses.
We can offer that kind of credentialing program while they're still in the high school. Kind of a 2-for-1.
And Deer Park District says they are expanding school counselor assistance to get more students engaged in post-high school planning for both college and the trades.
This year, one-on-one with each and every student. What are your hopes? What are your dreams? What are your needs? And how can we get you there?
Over in the Medical Lake School District, school officials say they are increasing access for students living with disabilities. District says as of now, they have about 94% of those students learning alongside their peers.
Overall, the panel of superintendents made it clear that they have felt negativity towards public school education, and they want to reestablish positive trust in the community. Reporting in the newsroom, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.
Regan, thank you. Also tonight, we are tracking the latest information about today's school shooting in Nashville, Tennessee.
Police say a female student was killed at Antioch High School after a shooting in the cafeteria. The shooting also injured another student who was treated and released. Officials report the shooter is 17-year-old Solomon Henderson, a student of the school. They say he shot and killed himself.
We do have the latest information now on the death of an inmate in Spokane County. Spokane County Jail inmate Bryce Larson died on November 8th last year. Today, the county's medical examiner announced that his death had been caused by sudden cardiac conditioning, meaning that his death was natural. The investigation into the death has now been closed.
Let's take a quick break from the headlines, get our first look at the forecast. Another morning of sub-freezing temperatures, but at least the sun was out all day, warming us up just a little bit.
Even a little bit made a big difference. Turning now to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo.
Yeah, Mark, believe it or not, we made it all the way up into the mid-30s after a morning low in the teens.
I'll take it.
Yeah, so it was a very chilly start to the day, and we've already lost some 5 degrees, and the sun has only been down for just shy of a half an hour. We're still in civil twilight for about another 5 minutes here, so it's getting later. That sunset is getting much, much later, but yes, those temperatures are dropping. We're already down in the 30s and 20s across much of the region. And as that temperature continues to drop, we're heading back into another chilly morning. By the way, the sun comes up around 7:30 in the morning, so not too bad, but that is going to be our coldest time of the day. So that is when you are going to see your morning lows down in the teens across much of the inland Northwest, low 20s down across parts of the Palouse. Not much expected except for a little bit more cloud cover. I think clouds will increase throughout the day tomorrow, and by tomorrow afternoon, you'll really notice the difference. By tomorrow night, we have a quick passing system that'll bring a little bit of light snow to parts of the mountains of North Idaho and in the Palouse. Less than an inch everywhere, unless you're at the top of Lookout. That is about where you're going to get an inch. Everyone else just doesn't get anything. Back to the sunshine on Friday, cool and sunny again Saturday.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. Illegal recruiting at the high school level. The city's largest school district is now sounding the alarm.
It's an issue we've heard about at the college level, but according to an email from SPS, it's happening at high schools as well. KREM 2's Caitlin Galloway has more tonight.
According to that Spokane Public Schools email and the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association, illegal recruiting is the practice of enticing a student to choose a school based on athletic skill or ability. Apparently, it's happening all over the state and here in Spokane, oftentimes without parents' knowledge. Part of the reason they may be unaware is because it's a very fine line.
The average neighbor sees, hey, this kid just walked out the door wearing an LC jersey. But we're in Medical Lake.
What could look like a transfer due to recruiting may really be a move or a hardship that the school can't legally disclose. Additionally, recruiting is only if a student is offered something in exchange for their skill and talent.
Is a coach contacting a family or a family contacting a coach? Is it a parents, at their book club or sitting at church or what have you?
Most frequently, recruiting happens when a club team that isn't affiliated with school athletics wants to stay together.
It is exciting in those moments when you're having success in a club or high school level. Kids do envision, wouldn't it be cool if we all were at the same high school?
Not only is there a risk to competitive balance of leagues, but is it even worth it?
What do parents need to know? 1.3% of students actually earn scholarships. And of those, a very, very small percent earn Division I, and an even smaller percent earn a full scholarship. So don't chase ghosts.
Spokane Public Schools says it's important to talk with your student athlete about fair play and avoiding potential recruiting situations. They also said that if you suspect any recruiting violations in the area, to report them through their Let's Talk platform. In Spokane, Caitlin Galloway, KREM 2 News.
In other news tonight, a home nestled in Coeur d'Alene mistaken as a training and demolition site. How it happened is coming up after the break.
Before we take a break, want to remind you the fight for the #1 spot in the AFC is this weekend, and you can watch it right here on KREM 2. The #2 seed Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, who sit at #1 right now. Kickoff set for 3:30 p.m. this Sunday. We'll be back in 2 minutes.